So he did Chris Jericho and Taz. Heavy fan favorites. Chris Jericho grew on me. Taz, I liked him when he was in the was it EFC? No, I'm bugging. ECW. I say EFC, that's a MMA league. ECW. When Taz was in ECW, when Taz crossed over WWE, trash. ECW. Yeah, no, I got it. I corrected myself before I went off with that EFC shit. ECW. I used to love ECW. I transitioned. As a kid, we was watching WWF. Then me and my brother switched over to WCW for a while. We crossed over with NWO. We left with NWO, son. NWO was too fire. That was one of the best crews in existence. In the history of like fucking MMA, wrestling, that's one of the top teams, right? I had to educate my little brother because he was fronting, and then I showed him the Attitude Era, and he was like, okay, I see why the Attitude Era was better. It was way better. Stone Cold Steve Austin, nigga. The Rock, Mankind. Then you had over there in WCW, fucking the NWO doing that thing, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He did and got his ass beat. Pop had every WCW Royal Rumble on VHS through the mid-90s. Yeah, man, that was the shit. I was a huge WCW fan. I crossed over. Jeff Hardy fan here to also like The Undertaker. Undertaker scared the shit out of me in real life. My mom took us to watch WWF when we was kids. And when the lights went off and this nigga appeared in the ring, I was terrified. Undertaker's a legend though. Hardy Boys, I remember the Hardy Boys. Yeah, they got one of the most classic fights in history. Table, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. You gotta say oh my after that. You can't say table, ladders, and chairs without saying table, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. I think that was Jerry the King Lawler that got that started. You gotta say table, ladders, and chairs. Oh my. One of the greatest matches in the history of wrestling. King was, let me find out y'all into MMA and wrestling. I'm gonna start doing MMA and wrestling news in this bitch. I might add that to the roster. And don't get me started. I'm a huge old school wrestling and MMA fan. Ultimate Warrior and Bushwhackers. That was I. It was I. Ultimate Warrior, I felt like this nigga was hype. Right? At one point, this nigga would only come out like once a year, nigga. Just fuck somebody up and leave. It was crazy. Yeah, is it Jake Paul, Mike Tyson's deceased child? Have you spoken on that? I have not spoken on that. I haven't heard about that. I did hear that that Mike Tyson was upset, but I didn't know what for. If you have like an article or something, I'll take a look at it. But I didn't hear the full details on that. Correct. Tough ass, old bird. Need to make some food. We'll be listening, BX. Appreciate you. Jake Paul, Mark. I don't know. If he did, that's foul. Because Mike Tyson did lose a child. That's unfortunate. Cactus Jack, Mr. Sacco, Mankind. You forgot Dude Love. You can't forget Dude Love, bro. Mick Foley had a bunch of, and Mick Foley. Yeah, you said Mick Foley. Cactus Jack, Mr. Sacco, Mankind, Dude Love. Or is it Buddy Love? No, it's Dude Love. Foley, Tough, Assumption. Yeah, this nigga was switching his personalities up like crazy. Spitter, Ricky Martin, wrestling school. Man, if I could do wrestling, I would love to. Just one time, nigga. No, fucking awesome. It would feel to be a wrestling champion and come on here with my belt, nigga, and talk shit. I would probably be one of the best trash talkers in wrestling, hands down. Hands down, bro. Now, when it comes to me, my performance, just because I could fight don't mean I could perform wrestling shit. I don't know. It's a different game. But I know if you give me the mic, nigga, I'm going to be one of the best trash talkers in WWE. I promise you that. Ain't nobody comparing to me. Old school Rock, maybe. So Jake Paul is a clown, but that's just my opinion. I respect him. There's not many people that say that they're going to go in there and box and actually do it for years and be successful. Referring to Mick Foley, yes, Do Love, that's right. Just forgot, but he's like a dang. Time keeps on ticking. Yeah. I remember he was on an episode of Boy Meets World, whipping ass. Whipping ass, bro. The Sneak Attack episode. Sneak Attack. All right. Let me find out, yo, if y'all really like wrestling and MMA like that, I might start doing some MMA and wrestling news. Add that to the mix because I'm a huge old school fan of like Attitude Ever Wrestling. And I've been trying to get into the new stuff. It's just because I'm so underground. I like AEW a little bit more than WWE right now. WWE is just doing the same shit they've been doing for like 30 years. Vince McMahon is now gone, and now Triple H is acting like he's fucking Vince McMahon. And how many times did Stephanie get kidnapped? I'm sick of this shit. She like Princess Peach in this motherfucker. Stephanie get kidnapped all day, nigga. She can never be safe. They got Rikishi got 2 sons running around, and it's just weird. Like the best thing about WWE right now, from what I can see, is the females. The female wrestling is pretty good. It's high level. Got a lot of fly, fine ass looking chicks with the crazy bodies doing backflips and somersaults and shit. I see why motherfuckers like the female wrestling. Fam, I get it. I mean, I think the females was always fly though. Back in the day, we had Sable, Trish Stratus, Stacy Keibler. Stacy Keibler was bad. Anyway, my bad. I had a flashback of the match that she had, the bra and panties match with Trish Stratus. Anyway, it seemed like the females is the highlight of WWE currently. They just signed, I think, Jade Cargill, which is crazy. That I was watching AEW with my little brother, and I said to this nigga, I was like, she's gonna go to WWE. He was like, what you mean? I was like, I could just tell. She's the star. She's the star of WWE. Somehow in the next few years is gonna sign her, and they're gonna push her hard. And I seen like a new update that she just made her first appearance on WWE, and they pushed her hard. It was like she looked like a fucking superhero. I was like, see, she's the star. They're gonna push her for female. China, I remember China, rest in peace. But yeah, like the new wrestling shit is kind of like they just copying the old shit over and over again. They need better writers. Like I will write the fuck out of a wrestler. Let me write for WWE. I'm telling you, my nigga, I'll bring it back. I'll do some good storylines. It's not just copying the old shit. Females are a lot more flexible and can move smoother. Yeah, they're talented. I can't take that away from them in any way. Like the new chicks that be wrestling is high level. Females are a lot more flexible. Yeah. And they're strong. Some of these chicks, like Jade Cargill, she looked like a superhero for real. She looked like she could pick me up over her head like that and like spin me around. Like, she looked crazy. She looked like an action figure. People would think if you hire a superhero in a movie, that's how it's going to look. She looked like Wonder Woman. Like, it's crazy. As soon as I seen her, I was like, oh, yeah. And then I seen her talking. I was like, oh, she could talk? What? WWE doesn't know what they would be fools to see her and not sign her. And they did. They saw her and they signed her. Because at least they know business. Right? And WWE don't want to build stars no more. They want to go find a star and just put you there already. That's one thing I can say about Vince. At least he knew how to build a star. That motherfucker would make somebody a star. Write them a good storyline. I seen him at Rod Runs. Lambo before Creek signed it, couldn't even get near him because people were rushing him crazy. I seen Lex Luger, Stone Cold, Benjua, however his name spelled. I didn't know who you talk about the last one. I got everyone else up. Let's get back into these topics. I could talk about wrestling and MMA all day.